Welcome to a coding challenge, where I will make a chatbot that thinks of a random number, and then the user has to guess that random number. And that random number will be $37,195. Thank you very much. Okay, so I already forgot what I said. 37,155. So I'm going to do this in JavaScript. I'm going to say let dot. No, there's no let dot. Let number equal 555. Okay. I guess the bot's going to think of a number between 0 and 999,000. And the chatbot framework that I'm going to use to create this bot is something called RiveScript. And I made a really terrible video about RiveScript that you could go and watch if you haven't. But I would probably recommend just go and look at the RiveScript tutorial, which will be linked on the RiveScript website, which will be linked in this video's description. And so what I need to do two things. I need to program in JavaScript. I need to configure my chatbot, the brain of the chatbot, right? This is a diagram from my previous video where I have something, a JavaScript program is going to feed input into the brain, and the brain is going to give me a reply. So I'm going to do all of this input and output in JavaScript, but the brain is actually going to be controlled by RiveScript. So in order for that to happen, I need to create a RiveScript file. So I'm going to say new file, and I'm going to call it brain.rive. I don't have to call it that. I have an Atom package, the Atom RiveScript package, which is doing syntax highlighting. So I can do things like, and I said in my previous video that a pound was a comment. It's not. So this is the chatbot's brain. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give the chatbot a specific number. I have an idea for the number to be picked randomly each time, but let's just start with a specific random number in the chatbot. So this is RiveScript syntax. It looks like JavaScript, but it's RiveScript syntax. And I'm going to do something that just says, so I'm going to do a catch-all. So this is a trigger. So this is so RiveScript, if you didn't watch the previous video or don't know anything about it, is a pattern matching system for chatbots. So this is match anything the user says that I don't match otherwise. I'm going to say the reply is going to be guess a number between 0 and 99999. Right? So that's what the chatbot is going to say. So actually, let's leave this. Let's try to get the whole system working, and then we'll come back and finish configuring the chatbot. So how do I want to make this work? Well, I want to have, let's start putting some stuff in the HTML like chatbot. And then I'm going to create a input, user, I'm going to call this user input. And I'm going to say, and then I'm going to create, so this, I'm just trying to put some stuff on the HTML page, and I'm going to say reply. I mean, I'm not being thoughtful about the design here. Output. And then I probably need like some sort of button that's like submit. I mean, button ID equals submit button. So again, I'm being absolutely not very thoughtful about this interface, but I'm just putting, let's see if what I wrote here in HTML will appear on the page. There we go. And the button should say submit. Great. So this is the idea, is that I'm going to be able to say things like hello and hit submit, and the chatbot's going to say something to me here in the reply. Obviously, it's my hope that those of you watching this video will make something more creative and thoughtful about the design. And eventually, what I want to do is use a library called P5 Speech to actually have all this happen with voice. So, but let's first make it work with text, and I'll do another video to make it work with voice. Okay, so how do I then, so now I have my framework, and well, let's actually, we need to write some JavaScript. I forgot about that part. So let's go back to JavaScript, and I don't need a draw function. And I'm going to say let button equals select. I called it with an ID of submit. I'm going to say let user input equals select user input is the ID I gave it. And what else do I need? I need let output equals select output. So now I have access to all of those DOM elements. Like I need to know when the user hits the button. I need to know when what the user has said when they hit the button. And I need to be able to put the reply somewhere. So now I need a callback, an event, for whenever I click the button, button.mousePressed. And I'm going to call a function called chat. So I'm now going to write a function called chat. And all I'm going to do here, I'm going to say input equals user input.value. So this is me getting the value, what the user said. And I'm going to say output.html input. So I now have a parrot chatbot. I have made a parrot chatbot. All it ever will do is put back what the user says. I haven't put the RiveScript brain into this program yet. So now let's see if this is correct. If I run this, hello, hello, goodbye, goodbye, what's up, question mark, what's up. So we can see here, this is my very basic parrot chatbot. I can read what the user says and I can give it a reply. Now it's time for us to add that brain. So I'm going to go to the RiveScript GitHub page. And this is actually, I'm in this particular repository called RiveScript.js. So RiveScript is a generic syntax for configuring a chatbot that you can then use in a variety of different programming languages and environments. I want to use it in JavaScript. So all I need to do, and one thing I've done already that I should have mentioned is I've imported the RiveScript library. So here I've imported the RiveScript library just from a URL. I could download it, but I must have a reference to that RiveScript JavaScript library. So I've done that, and it's covered in that GitHub page. And then I'm really just going to say load file. So no, first I'm going to create a bot. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to say let bot equal new RiveScript. Then I'm going to say load file. And my file is just called brain.rive. And I need two callbacks. Brain ready and brain error, being very inconsistent in my naming of stuff. So I'm now going to write those callbacks. Brain ready, console.log, chatbot ready. And then I'm going to say brain error, console.log, chatbot error. And I'm sure I could, there's probably an argument, I could get some information about the error, but let's just add this right now, and let's just see if I now run this. Uncaught, $ is not defined. Apparently I named my chatbot Brian without realizing it. The name is Brain, not Brian. The life of Brain. Okay, here we go. Let's try this now. Oh, I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. What could possibly $ is not defined mean? What JavaScript library uses $ as a key term? jQuery. I think that the RiveScript JavaScript library depends on jQuery, and I haven't imported jQuery. That must be the problem, right? So it's not even loading the file. It hasn't even gotten to an error in the file yet. So if I want to load jQuery, let's find a way to do that. Okay, so now I've imported jQuery as well. Here's the thing. So JavaScript files that a web page uses can be loaded just like this is the code that I'm writing. It's get.js. These are some P5 libraries that I'm using, but they're actually locally stored on the computer. Now there are some other libraries, but I'm getting them from a URL. All of these things are possible. There's probably some nice, good best practices here that somebody who knows something about programming would tell you, but I'm just going to make it work. Okay, so now let's go back. Hit refresh. Chatbot ready. Okay, so the chatbot is ready. So now what do I do next? All I need to do is here in this chat, and I probably should make, if I were being really careful about this, I would write some code to make sure the brain had been loaded before the bot tries to reply. But I think it's very unlikely that a user is going to be able to submit something before the bot's actually loaded. So I'm going to show you, there's something that I'm going to have to add to this later that I think is going to be a little bit of an issue. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to, oh, right. So I need to ask the bot for a reply. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be here, just in this page. And, oh, interesting. So I think that I might actually need this, the the replies have to be sorted. To be honest, I have no idea what that does, but I imagine this is some sort of like processing element. So let's add this in. And so let's add this in under brain ready. I'm going to sort the replies. And then what I want to do is I want to say let reply equal bot.reply input. Now I think this actually isn't going to work. I think I need to say, I think if I look at the code example here, local user, I forget what this does. But I need to give the first argument as local user. So I want to say let input equals user input value and bot reply local. So let's see what happens now. I think I did everything. Hello? Guess a number between. So no matter what I do, it's just going to say guess a number between 0 and 9999. So now, aha. So what else do I need in this chatbot? So for example, what if the user says any number? Great guess. I like the number *1. So this isn't a star, but this is a wildcard, just like this is a wildcard, but this is a wildcard that only will match a number. So now, if I reload this again, if I say anything, I'm going to say guess a number, but if I say 100, great guess, I like the number 100. Let me make this a little bit bigger. So we can see I'm starting to configure the bot to do certain things. Now, what I really want to do is use a conditional. So I want to say something like, if *1 is greater than bot num, then I'm going, do I need an equals here? I don't even remember. Then I'm going to say pick a lower number. And if it's less than, I don't know if I've got the syntax right here, pick a higher number. And again, you can go and read the RiveScript tutorial or watch my previous video that wasn't very good. Not that this one's any good. And then I could say, oh, I'm sorry, what am I doing here? I'm totally in the wrong place. Oh, no, I'm in the right place. I just don't know if I have the syntax right. And then if it's equal, you got it. You got it. So let's go to the RiveScript tutorial, which is here, and let's look for conditional. Conditional. So this is a way I can have the bot set something, and what I'm looking for is like this. Here we go. Get age is greater than 25. This is what you can do. So this is what I want. I want this conditional, and I need the equals, almost like the arrow syntax, the equals greater than. So I want to say equals like this. So I think this should work. Let's see if this is right. And let's take a look here. Oh, these are stars. So I guess I need stars if I'm going to do a conditional. And syntax highlighting is doing something weird, and the equals should be double equals, I guess. There we go. So I think maybe this is right now. Okay. Let's see. And I don't need to say *1 because there's only star. So let's see what's the chance I've gotten this right. So things are still working. It's telling me to guess a number. I'm going to guess the number 10. Pick a higher number. I'm going to guess the number 9999999. Pick a lower number. I'm going to guess the number 37555. You got it! Okay, that worked. I'm so shocked that worked. Okay, we should probably do more with this bot. Like, it should have a name and it should be able to respond to other things. But one thing I want to do is, so why am I doing this? I don't know. I've really lost track of that. But one reason why I'm doing this is if I combine RiveScript and JavaScript, I can make use of the powerful pieces of RiveScript and JavaScript together. So what I could do is I could actually have JavaScript. I don't think there's a way for RiveScript easily to pick a random number. There probably is. But just for the sake of argument, what if oh, it's funny how I had this here. So what if I actually say let num equal floor random 99999. So, and then I'm going to, and actually what I'm saying is 100,000. And I need another parentheses. Now I'm going to just console log that number. Let's just, what I want is for JavaScript to pick the random number. There. So it's picking a random number each time. And maybe I need to make this a little bigger so you can see it. Right? So how can I pass something that JavaScript picked to the bot? Well, I'm sending things to the bot from the user, but I don't actually have to, I could send stuff from the bot from my program as well. So there's no reason why I couldn't actually just do this when the chatbot is ready. And then, what if what I send to the bot is let reply equal bot dot, what is the function? Bot dot reply user local, is it something like that? I don't know why I can't remember. The local user set plus the number. So what I'm doing is I'm sending to the bot, I'm telling the bot like a secret message. The code is sending a message to the bot, not me, the actual user typing, saying set number. So what I now want to do is if, and of course this is very easily hackable, don't get me wrong. Set number is a message where now the bot will set, and we don't need this hard-coded variable anymore, set num equal star. So this will actually, and did I get this syntax right? Looks like something might be weird, but I think I got it right. So set num equals star, and then now I can change this from bot num to get num. So let's see, and I don't know, let's make this, pick a number between, between 1 and 10, just to like make things a little simpler here. And now the number will be here plus 1, because this is going to give me a number between 0 and 9. And so, and let's actually, let's look at that number so we can cheat, so to speak, to make sure this is working. And let's run this now. Okay, so it picked the number 4. I can see that in the console. So if I say 1, no reply found. So what happened here? Brain. So this is wrong. This is clearly the wrong syntax. Let's go back to the RiveScript tutorial, and we can see here set name. Oh, you know what it is? It probably doesn't want any white space there. Set name equal formal. Formal, by the way, this is a way to keep the case sensitivity of what the user's typed. There's all sorts of things, and so I can say set num. Let's see, where was that? Set name equals formal. Like, let's just paste this in here to make sure I'm using the right syntax. Set num equal star. So let's try this. Pick a higher number, 9. Pick a lower number, 8. Pick a lower number, 7. You got it! And of course, I can do this now, set 2. So, I'm hacking it basically, but pick a higher number, pick a lower number. So probably, I don't know if this is the best solution. There might be a different way to pass that value to the brain. But certainly if I wanted to do it this way, I could come up with like a really strange thing that the user would probably never type. That's almost like a secret code to set a particular value that I'm getting from JavaScript. So anyway, there's more that could be done with this. I've missed so many pieces. One thing that I actually missed that's important about chatbots are sequencing. So one thing you can do is, what if, I have an example that's a knock-knock joke bot. And that's actually from RiveScript. I encourage you to check that out on the tutorial. Let's actually look for it. But you can see something that's important here is the previous command. So in other words, the wildcard, basically the user, in a knock-knock joke, the user can say anything. I should just paste this in. The user can say anything, but the chatbot's going to say something different based on where you are in the sequence of the knock-knock joke. So this is saying, this is what the chatbot should reply with after who is there has already happened. And this is what the chatbot should reply with after who. So that's important. Okay, I went off track there. So here is my number guessing chatbot with RiveScript and P5. I would love to see what kind of different chatbots you make with this same framework. You know, what happens if you like start querying APIs and get to like the weather and have the bot talk about stuff and different topics or answer programming questions, or I don't know what you can make this bot do. I look forward to seeing what you create from this video. And in the next video, I'm going to take exactly this. I don't know if I'm going to do this in the next video, but in the next video or two, I'm going to do exactly this, but with speech recognition. So this conversation, this guessing game could happen just purely in an auditory, if that's the right word, audio way. Okay, things are clicking all over the place. See you soon. Goodbye.